morning, everyone. I'm here with Walt DeVries, Mountain to Home Inspection, and currently we're doing the outside inspection of one of the properties that I'm about to close. So, Walt, would you be so kind as to share what to look for to our viewers as to home inspection when they buy their first home or they buy their second or third property? What are the things that they need to look for together with a home inspector?
Sure, great question. First thing you want to look at is the exterior of the property. And the number one enemy of any property is moisture. We want to make sure that any rain or any moisture is not getting into the home. And if it is getting into the home, we need to find a way to get it out of the home. So first thing we do on an exterior inspection is we look for any water penetrations. So we're looking at, first of all, we start with the basic stuff like gutters and downspouts. If your downspouts are spitting out right next to your foundation, you're gonna have a wet basement. So there's some basic maintenance things we look for. Make sure that the gutters are not all clogged up full of leaves and debris. We check downspouts to make sure they're attached. These are things that homeowners can often do on their own and not have to hire a contractor to do for them. But those are some of the first things we look at. Gutters, downspouts. We look at flashing, especially around any roof penetrations. So any plumbing vents coming through the roof or a chimney coming through the roof. Any type of vent in the roof, skylights, we want to look closely at that flashing. So there's another area of water penetration that we want to make sure is sealed up and right. So of course we want to look at the roof. We want to make sure there's no hail damage or missing shingle tabs. Again, another area for water penetration. We want to make sure that there's no nail pops coming up through the roofing material. That's another area that water can seep into. So those are some of the things we look at in the exterior. The siding is important. The siding is, it's protecting the wall cavities from water as well. Siding is not intended to be waterproof. It's intended to be water resistant. So rain hits it. If it gets behind the siding, it should be able to run down and escape and not enter the home. So we look at the siding. And then we look at the foundation. We want to look at how the grade is around the home. In other words, is the soil sloping away from the home or towards the home? If it's sloping towards the home, then that water is going to be running right down towards your foundation wall and it's going to make its way into the basement. So again, we look at grading. We want to make sure that there's at least 6 inches of drop within the first 10 feet of your foundation. So we look for that, a really, really important thing, grading. We also look at vegetation. If you got big trees right next to the house, that's gonna cause some foundation movement over time as those roots grow. It's also gonna cause branches to grow over the roof, brush up against siding. So we look at vegetation, make sure it's not too close to the home. So those are just some of the things that we look for. Hope that was helpful. Hope you're a smart buyer. If you're going to buy, make sure you hire a good inspection company. Inspections are worth the money. I don't say that just because I'm an inspector. I'm a homeowner myself. I've built my own home. I've owned several homes. I know what to look for. It's really, really important to have somebody that knows what they're doing inspect the home. Hey, thanks for your time. Enjoyed it. Hope that's helpful.
Well, thank you, Walt. Now, if I'm a new homeowner and I don't know what the cost is for a typical home inspection for a single family home, what cost are they expecting to look for?
Yeah, so the average cost for a home inspection, the structural part of it, is around $400. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. That's what you can expect for your structural inspection.
Now, would that include pest, radon, and termites and other things, or is that just looking at the home?
Yeah, that's just looking at the structure of the home. Your radon test would be in additional cost, and so would your pest cost, looking for wood-destroying organisms. So,
Justin and I earlier talked about water well, and for this particular property, it doesn't have any water well. It's a public water.
Right.
Now, if there's a water well, is that part of the regular home inspection, or is that an add-on?
Yeah, that'd be an additional. If you want to have your water tested, we would take samples of the water and we would send it to the lab and within 3 or 4 days, you'll have a full-blown test of what exactly is in that water to make sure it's safe. That'd be an additional fee, an additional service that we can offer.
Well, thank you, Walt, for your
Yeah,
time, and
you're
thank you
welcome.
for answering my questions. So stay tuned, everyone. I'm going to be doing a water well with Justin from Mountain to Home Valley. Today, we are here with Walt Vidrice. Did I say it
That's
correctly?
close enough.
And so stay tuned. We'll see you then. Happy investing.